Hi guys, it's Kelly here. How are you guys doing? It's a really rough time. I hope you guys are doing okay. I hope that you are well and that your families are well too. If you don't know me, it's Kelly here from Spiritual Awakening Signs, and I help people like you who are going through the spiritual awakening process to reduce those symptoms and make the process a little bit easier. Well, right now we're focusing on this current pandemic, the crisis that we're in. So it's a really challenging time, and I wanted to make sure that everybody, no matter their circumstances, get access to some resources to support you at this time. You can count on us to do that for you. And we'll be doing that through a range of different videos. We're doing some energy healing videos, we're doing some meditations, we'll be doing some EFT tapping, which we're going to be doing today, and I'm excited to show you more about that energy healing technique. It's really fantastic. And we'll also be doing some psychic readings and messages and things like that to make you feel a little bit more comforted as this crisis progresses and we're struggling to deal with it. So give me 1 second till I just share this to our Facebook group to make sure everyone's involved. But the things that I mentioned that we're doing live, please make sure that you hit the bell to be notified when we go live, because at the moment, of course, everything's up in the air. So I'm kind of just doing these things as and when I'm available to do them, and I don't want you guys to miss them. And it's really great when you can come along live as well. I really like that. So give me 1 second to share this to the group, and we'll get into some of this content about EFT. I think you're going to love it, and it's really going to help you to release some of the stress and anxiety that you're feeling around the COVID pandemic. So give me 1 second and we will be shared to the group. Fantastic. So feel free to say hello. I'd love to hear from you guys. Let me know what's going on in your area. Let me know how you're doing with this whole crisis, and thank you so much for joining us and coming on to the video. We won't let you down. We've got a really great video today and lots of other free resources that are coming to support you at this time, because I figure we're going to be home for quite some time. So let's hang out. Let's spend some time together and do some positive, productive things. So first of all, we're going to get into EFT tapping today. Now, EFT tapping, if you've never heard of it before, is a fantastic energy healing modality. It's self-applied. It's really simple and easy. You don't need to do training to become a practitioner or anything like that to get the benefits, and it is seriously powerful. So it's a bit like acupressure, but we don't have to use needles. So what we do instead is we tap on specific acupressure points around the body, and these acupressure points are connected to our energy systems and our meridians, and it does two really important things. For one, it has the spiritual aspect of unblocking our energy systems, helping the flow of energy around the body, dissolving blocks, helping everything flow a bit more smoothly on the spiritual side. But on the physical side, they've been able to do all these tests and studies into EFT to find out that it actually reduces your stress response like a dimmer switch. It literally turns the intensity of the stress response in our bodies down to more normal levels. So in that respect, you can use it on absolutely anything that draws up a negative emotion or stress in your body. You can use EFT to heal it and to release it. And I have to tell you, honestly, it is the most powerful technique that I've ever used. I'll be sharing more information later in the week about how I actually used EFT a number of years ago, because I don't know if you know this about me, but I worked exclusively in treating autoimmune disease for about 10 years before I started Spiritual Awakening Signs, and it was all holistic. But I ended up in my early years with a condition called chronic fatigue syndrome, ME, and I was in a wheelchair for 3 years. I could hardly walk. I was really seriously ill. Nothing worked. And this was actually how I got into energy healing modality. I tried EFT for the anxiety that I had at the time and the fear that I was feeling, and within a matter of months, inexplicably, it seemed, it healed the condition that I was in. So within a really short space of time, it was like, oh my god, I've healed myself. And this was like this incredible moment where I was like, I have to do energy healing. This has to be what I do with my life. And of course, it's progressed from there. So EFT is a fantastic technique, and we're going to get into using it a little bit today. And I'll be doing some more videos as time goes on, because it really is the key to reducing those stress levels, which will boost your immune system function as well. So I can't believe that, you know, my past is actually coming into the present where I'm having to use all these old skills again. I feel so grateful that I have those in my toolkit, and I will be sharing all of those with you for free. We're going to go into all of that this week, so don't worry, we can boost your immune system and we're going to be doing it. So like I said, let me know below where you're at, how you're feeling, what's going on for you right now, and we'll get into some tapping in a moment. Hi Barb, staying home. Yeah, we're all stuck at home right now, trying to protect ourselves, but thank you for coming along to the video, and thank you to everyone who's watching now. So now there's an important point before we start tapping. If you have never done it before, that's okay. You're just going to copy me, you're going to follow me, you'll be able to actually apply this energy healing technique live in the video, side by side. However, if you've ever done it before, there are some changes that we're making right now in response to the COVID pandemic, because as we know, the COVID pandemic is it's viral and it's very contagious, so we need to be mindful of the things that we are doing and how it might impact our health or spread infection, things like that. So at the moment, if you've ever done EFT tapping before, you would usually work on tapping a lot of the facial points that we've got here, points on the face, with energy meridians that move through them. Well, we're going to make a change to that, because some of the guidelines are, don't touch your face, you don't want to be touching anywhere near your eyes or your mouth, and we're just being a little bit, having a little bit of a precaution on that. So we're going to shift the points that we use, but the results that we get will still be the same. So we're going to get into that. Hi Sarah, she is all the way from Australia. Thanks for joining us, fantastic. I hope that you're doing well. So let's get into some tapping. Now, before we begin tapping, what I want you to know is you can absolutely apply this energy healing method to yourself right now. You can easily do it yourself just by watching me and following what I do, and you're going to be repeating some of the statements that I say aloud as well. So what we do with EFT is we first of all acknowledge that the negative emotion, the feeling, the challenge that we're having, we acknowledge it and we accept it in what we call a setup statement, and that really just psychologically breaks down some barriers so that the tapping and the acupressure points can do the work for us. And then once we've acknowledged it, as we begin tapping around some of these points, which I'll lead you through, we say a reminder of that statement to tell the energies what to work on. And we tap around the body, and that starts to dissolve the block and all the emotional energy that's been pent up and is relating to the problem, to release it. That might sound a little bit complicated. You don't even have to understand how EFT works at all to be able to get the benefits. So we're just going to jump right in, and I think that probably over the next few weeks I'll maybe look at doing a free webinar on it and giving you guys a bit more information and tools that you can use. So I think the most important thing that we can focus on right now is the stress that we're feeling. So we'll start with stress. And what I would invite you to do is to close your eyes for a moment and tune into your body. And I'd like you to notice what you can feel. How do you know that you're stressed right now? Because something's different. What is it that alerts you to the fact that you're stressed in your body? Maybe your stomach has a little bit of tension and a tightness in it, or a knot. Maybe your chest feels a little bit tight, restricted, strained. Maybe you've got pressure along the shoulders. Maybe you've got a tension headache. Like, you could have any number of things, but what is it that you can feel right now that indicates that you have stress in your body? And let me know, tell us below. How do you know? I know for me that when I'm stressed or I'm anxious, I usually get this real tightness in my stomach. That's the sign where I notice it's like, okay, I hear what you're saying. There's tension there and there's stress there, and that's what we need to work on. And what I would like you to do is just to notice on a scale of 10, if 0 is no feeling whatsoever and 10 is a really noticeable tension, noticeable intensity, what scale are you at? Let us know below. What scale are you at for the symptom that you're feeling? So I know I've got some tension in my stomach, and I think right now, if you're not sure, you can always just guess and go with whatever number comes to you. Intuition works well with this as well. Probably sitting around, I think, about 4. And it's important to know that this number can rise, but it will also fall as we do the tapping. So I'm noticing Sarah says that she has a tight heart chakra. Well done for tuning into that, Sarah. So these are the words that you're going to focus on. That's the energy that you're going to focus on as we do the tapping. Okay, so we're going to start with what we call the karate chop point. So I'm going to invite you to copy what I'm doing right now. Hold your hand up, doesn't matter what hand, and same with the points, doesn't matter what side of the body you work with, it's entirely up to you. Okay, so Ando says tension in the calf muscles, so that's going to be your focus, Ando. Focus on that feeling and that tension. Whatever it is you're feeling, guys, I want you just to focus in on it and hold it in your mindset, hold it in your awareness as we're doing this work. So you're going to be tapping first of all on the karate chop point. So see that fleshy part of the hand that you would deliver a karate chop? That's the part you're going to tap on. Okay, and you can tap with 2 fingers, you can tap with all your hand, just right on that edge. So just start tapping there. And I'm going to invite you to repeat after me as you keep on tapping. And then you're going to copy the points that I tap on and you're going to keep repeating after me. So I'll give you a little space to say it over again. I'll make it nice and easy. Focusing on that area where you feel the stress in your body. Tapping on the karate chop point. And just repeat after me. Even though I have all this stress all throughout my body, and I feel so much anxiety in the COVID pandemic, I love and accept myself anyway. Fantastic. Now we're going to repeat that 2 more times. Okay, so just again tapping on the point and just repeating what I say, focusing on that area that you feel your stress. So repeat after me. Even though I have all this stress all throughout my body and so much anxiety about the COVID pandemic and all the changes that it will bring, and I'm afraid of those changes, I love and accept myself and know that I'm safe right now. Okay, one more time. If you're joining live, just copy what we're doing on the video. Repeat after me. Even though I have all this stress and so much tension and pressure throughout my body, because this is a really scary and uncertain time, and I acknowledge that feeling within myself. I love and accept myself and know that I'm safe right now. Okay, well done everyone. So we're going to tap on the top of the head, so just right really where that crown chakra would be, tapping just gently on the top of the head. And we're going to repeat a little reminder of this. You can repeat after me. All this stress. I'm going to move through these points. So down to the chest. So you're thinking like Tarzan, where he would beat his chest. Just down a little bit from that kind of bone and along a little bit. So either side, whatever side suits you. And repeat after me. All this stress. Just allow your body to calm down. Focus on where you feel that stress in your body. And then we're going to go under the arm. So see that seam where a shirt would be, you know, where the shirt joins the material? Just right there. Just tapping under the arm. Just keep tapping that. Focus on where you feel that stress in your body. And repeat after me, all this stress. And then we're going to move on to the wrist. So right there, just like you would take a pulse. You can do your whole hand or just 2 points. Just repeat after me, all this stress. Fantastic. Okay, so take a moment. That's us done a little practice round of all the points. Now, you might be feeling a shift already. You might feel your emotions or your sensation has intensified. That usually lets you know that you're tapping into the right thing and it's starting to release it. You're tuning into it. You might feel that it's not budged or that it's actually just budged just a little bit. That's okay, because it takes time for everyone to move through. We're going to do some more rounds. You might also feel that it's come down significantly. Sometimes you get a really big shift quickly and it releases a lot of pressure, so it's all okay. Whatever trajectory it takes for you, it's all okay. So now we're going to mix up what we're saying a little bit so you know what points we're using. Top of the head, repeating after me. The collarbone, repeating after me. Under the arm and the seam of the shirt, and repeat after me. And the wrist, and repeat after me. And what that's doing already, that is starting to reduce your stress response. It's releasing the emotions from your nervous system and all that intensity, and it's also unblocking any blocked energies throughout your energetic system. So fantastic results. So I can feel that calm start to just gently come over my system now. So let's do another round. We'll do another couple of rounds and stick with me. And again, focusing on that area where you feel the stress, and if you even feel confident enough, you can change the words. You can change the words. So Sarah, for example, told us she had a tight heart chakra. So you would just say, even though I have this tight heart chakra, I love and accept myself anyway. Even though I have all this tightness in my heart chakra, I love and accept myself anyway. That's just as simple as it is. Just insert problem and just keep tapping. Okay, so we're going to go again. So tapping on the side of the hand on that karate chop point. If you've just joined us, you can just copy me on the video and follow along for this stress relief. Okay. So as we're tapping on the side of the hand, just repeat after me. Even though I have all this stress throughout my body, and the COVID pandemic is so scary, and my entire life is so uncertain, and I'm really afraid, and I can feel that pressure throughout my body, but I choose to relax and feel safe now. Great, we're going to do another go. Focus on where you feel that stress. Change the words if you choose, or if not, just follow me. Even though I have all this stress throughout my body, and all this panic, because it feels like the world is ending, and everything is changing, and that's a terrifying feeling. But I choose to love and accept myself, and know that I'm safe right now. One more time, guys. Repeat after me. Even though I have all this stress throughout my body, and I don't know what to do. I've never had to cope with anything like this before, and it's seriously stressful. But I know that I can ground my energies and feel safe now. Okay, and we're going to tap the top of the head and just repeat after me the little reminder statement that we use. So tapping the top of the head, all this stress. And then we're going to go for the collarbone. Stress all throughout my body. Under the arm. It's a really scary time. The wrist. Everything is so uncertain. Back to the top of the head. And I don't know what to do. The collarbone. I only know how to feel stressed. The wrist. I'm hoping that I'll be able to find an answer. Back to the top of the head. But stress won't help that right now. The collarbone. All this stress and fear throughout my body. Under the arm. I choose to acknowledge it now. In the wrist. It's safe to let some of it go. Okay, and we're going to do one more round. Just follow me, top of the head. I'm just going to make this nice and relaxing, and what I'd like you to do is to focus on the area where you feel the stress most right now. So as you're tapping on the top of your head, focus on, maybe it's tightness in your chest, tightness in the stomach, whatever it is, focus on that right now. Maybe you can take a nice deep breath, close your eyes while you continue tapping. And let's move down to the collarbone, same thing. Just focusing on where you feel that tension in your system, where you feel that stress. Again, you can close your eyes to focus on it. Take a nice deep breath. Just letting it go. And breath is really important when we're doing tapping, because your breath can shift energy. So sometimes you might notice as you tap, you sigh or you yawn. A lot of people yawn like crazy, get that strange sensation they need to keep yawning. It's the energy's trying to move. So don't be alarmed if that happens, that's a good sign. Okay, under the arm, the seam of the shirt. Just tap in there. And again, close your eyes, nice deep breath. And we'll take this last point, so right on the wrist there, just tapping that point. Close your eyes, focus on that feeling. Big deep breath, nice and slow. Okay, to take a little break for now, and what I'd like you to do is just notice how you're feeling within your system. I know I already feel calmer. There's something in my system has just settled a little bit. But what I'd also like you to do is let me know if you notice any changes. What do you feel since you've been tapping? Do you notice any shifts? Let me know. And also, how are you for the number that we started at? So if you tune back into what number you began with for the sensation that you had, you'll probably notice that it's reduced quite significantly. So for me, if I tune back into that anxiety in my stomach, it's quite low. I think it was a 4 before. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure it was a 4. It's not even a 2. It's gone down a little bit, so my system's calmed down. So let me know what you've experienced. Give me that feedback and I'll guide you on any further action that you need to take. But what you can do is, if you want, you can just rewind the video when we're finished and just play this through again. You can do it multiple times and you can do it throughout the day. I will be doing more videos on this type of thing because I think it's really important that we release the stress from the nervous system, because the stress and the pressure is the thing that puts us into fight or flight and actually suppresses the immune system response, and that's really not good at the moment. We need our immune systems functioning at peak, and we'll be covering that this week. I'm going to talk more about that in a moment. So Sarah says, didn't realise it was holding so much tension. I'm at 4, thank you. You're welcome. Barb says it's gone down some, and it will. And the more that you do this, the calmer your system becomes, to where it just doesn't get triggered unnecessarily by that fight or flight response. So if ever there was a time to reduce your stress levels and try to learn to maintain throughout instability all around you, probably this crisis is a really good practice. So we'll be doing more of these, and even if you're not watching the video live, you can let me know your feedback as well and what you found. Sometimes you'll find when you tap that something else comes up. So sometimes, for example, like I'm working on the anxiety and the tension I can feel in my stomach, but then as I'm working, maybe it's like, oh, I've done some tapping, now there's something going on in my chest, or oh, now I feel upset, now I feel sad, what's that about? Now I've got this memory from when I was a child, now I'm remembering, you know, some dream that happened, or there's always something that comes up. and it's really, EFT gives you the tools to keep chipping away at those blocks till you get to the root of the problem. That's what makes it so simple to use. It just takes a little bit of practice. So we will be going more into that over time, so that you guys really have a fantastic energy healing tool at your disposal to clear your energy systems and to make sure that you're keeping your emotions in check. You're able to actually release the pressure, and it's a healthier way to release the pressure. It really is. I've not found anything that impacts my emotional state as much as this, and that was what I used really solely for about 10 years with my clients, was EFT. It's just fantastic. Ando says he feels more grounded. You're picking up on the right thing, because it does ground you. It really grounds your energies. Let's see, Bear says, felt shoulders feeling tense, about half the tension from starting, and also started to cry. So there's the emotion coming out. Bear, that's when the emotion starts to release with EFT. So this is what I mean by it just brings up the next thing for you. You don't need to look for it. It just starts happening. It's like, oh, what's this? Then you can change your words, even though I'm crying, even though there's all this upset. Love and accept myself anyway, and it just keeps leading you through the process to get to real peace. And they're also mentioning that the mind wants to go back to eating to hide, as it's an old habit. Oh, old habits are coming up big time just now. Actually, in the video we did yesterday, I'm sure it was the meditation we did yesterday, my guides were saying that everyone's eating too much chocolate, which sounds like a kind of like, oh, it's a big joke, but they were actually saying we're stuffing down our feelings right now. Don't stuff them down. Make sure you're getting them out. So this is a really good way to do that. Bonnie says hi from Canada. Hi Bonnie. And Lisa says feeling slightly less stressed. Takes a little bit of work to really get into this. The more you do it, the better it will get. Like I said, you can repeat the video, so just go through the system again and just practice it. Tanika says she was feeling some nausea and it's dulled a little, and she says she can feel what she can only describe as a soothing flow of energy through her arms, hands and legs. That's your nervous system, your stress trigger response starting to switch off. So it actually shifts your modes. That's the cool thing about EFT. It's shifting you from a high tension state, turning that stress response down like a dimmer switch, and you really do actually feel your nervous system start to kind of, it's like, it's okay. It calms everything down. I've got some really cool stories to tell you guys about how I came through my health challenges with chronic fatigue, which is really a stress triggered illness. Ultimately affects all your stress response, throws it out of balance, throws your immune system out of balance. So I've got a lot I can share with you guys, and we will be doing that. Don't miss our free video. We're doing a webinar on Friday on our Facebook page, where we're talking about how you can boost your immune system at the time of this crisis, because that's really the best defence that we've got. And I'm going to go into a lot of things that most people won't know, like why, you know, the stress that we're in right now means that your supplements, your vitamin C, all the things that you're taking, the good nutrition you're having probably isn't making much difference. There are other things that we need to do to make sure you're getting the benefit of that. We're coming at it from a physical and a spiritual perspective. So I'm going to give you guys the tools that you need and really go into a lot of detail, because I want everyone to know. I feel like it's my duty just now, considering I had that history and that experience treating clients for so long in that field. So I really want to make sure I'm passing this information on to you guys, because there's a lot of things you can do to make sure your immune system is really functioning optimally at the moment, and we'll be doing that. So thank you so much for your comments. Thanks for getting involved. Thanks for trying tapping. I know that you'll love it, and we'll be doing more of this. If that's something you would like, let me know, so that I know what you guys need just now, and I can come on live and do the videos. And make sure that you are clicking to be notified when we go live, because at the moment, like I said, I'm trying to just come on whenever I've got some free time to spend with you guys and help you. So if you hit the bell to be notified, you'll get to know whenever we're live and you won't miss these. So I think that's everything for today. We'll probably be on every other day. I want to make sure you guys have got plenty of resources. Use this video even if it's tomorrow or the day after. Keep coming back to it, keep running through it, and just bring your body back into alignment, and you should be able to cope a little bit better with the intensity of the time that we're in, because it's pretty crazy. And if you're watching this on a replay, give us feedback. Let us know, did you try the tapping, what happened, what did you experience, and I'll be around to interact with you guys. And thank you for watching. So I'm sending well wishes to you guys, and healing vibes to you and your family and your loved ones. I hope that you're all well and safe just now, and stay posted, because we'll be doing some more live things throughout the week in the coming weeks to support you guys. Thanks for joining us. Take care.